Hello everyone, today me, Ahmed Fahmi, and my colleagues Rauf Hajev and Canan Ismailov will introduce our AA project.
We're going to talk about global diseases and their detrimental effects on society.
And now I'll go through the objectives. We'll start with HIV/AIDS disease, then continue with Black Death, COVID-19, malaria, tuberculosis, and etc. The origin of HIV comes from Central Africa. It first started there and was spread to some other regions and became epidemic there. The regions are like, for example, Latin America, Asia, East Africa, and etc. The causes of this disease come from sharing needles, their moms giving their children birth and infecting them with the disease, and also by unprotected interaction between two genders. Nowadays, scientists have discovered some medicaments that can overcome this disease, and one of them is ANT, the most popular one and the most effective. And also, there are some challenges to overcome this disease because of discrimination, race, and also the shortage of resources. And in hospitals, some hospitals didn't have enough resource to maintain their patients and couldn't treat them as they had to. Malaria has plagued human societies for millennia and has influenced our history a lot. It started in North America and was spread to Europe by the ships that discovered North America. And I mean that when Columbus discovered North America, they were infected by this disease, and while coming back, they infected almost part of Europe. Mosquitoes are mostly spread in tropical and subtropical areas, and they can have very detrimental effects on people's health. For example, organ failure or even death to children and pregnant women. Of course, it's possible to get medicine for malaria, but it will have very bad, harmful effects on your health, such as weakening and even health failure. Also, malaria comes from plasmid parasites by mosquitoes, and to stop malaria we can use mosquito spray or just be careful with things such as this.
And now I will talk about Black Death. Black Death was the catastrophic disease which appeared in the 14th centuries and was very influential throughout the whole world and especially Europe. Up to 20% to 60% of Europe's population died due to this catastrophic disease. This disease causes some effects in the society and also the economies of the whole world. For example, healthcare systems and people's immune system and hygiene routines changed to prevent this disease from dying. So people started to, governments and people, they considered that rats are the main source of this disease, and they started to kill rats, and the population of rats was decreasing. Also, people who were died and suffered from this disease, they were put together and they fired, and they want and with this method they tried to prevent the spread of this disease.
Diabetes is a disease that has been there from ancient times, and diabetes first was discovered by Greek and Egyptian scientists. So as you know, diabetes is caused by eating a lot of sweet things, and if we have a high rate of glucose in our blood. So as you see in this picture, it is normal blood, and there are normal amount of glucose in blood. So this amount of glucose cannot cause diabetes. But as we see, this high blood glucose person has overeaten sweet things, so that's why the glucose amount in his blood has increased. So that means he has he has got diabetes. Yeah. And to prevent yourself from getting diabetes, you can switch eating sweet things. For example, you can switch them with apples, bananas, or even pears. And there's a measurement thing that measures your rate of glucose in your blood. Many people that are infected by diabetes use this thing because they have to know what is their glucose amount, what is the glucose amount in their blood, as then it can cause very bad things to them. COVID-19 emerged in late 2019 in China. COVID-19 is such a disease that spreads through droplets and air. COVID-19 caused many destructions in Europe, mainly economic destructions, because many people couldn't go outside and places as markets couldn't get their clients. So that's why a lot of countries' economy were really damaged by the coronavirus. Also, let's talk about the symptoms of coronavirus. You couldn't feel the taste of the food. You had cough and mostly headache and so on. So coronavirus was also spread in Azerbaijan because Azerbaijan has some direct connections with China because, as you know, many products that come to Azerbaijan are exported from China. Many elder people died in Azerbaijan because of that disease. So scientists and our national doctors proclaim some ways to protect ourselves from this virus. They proclaim to wash ourselves, to have baths several times, to wash our hands 4 or 5 times a day, and also use a lot of ethanol and try to add more onion and garlic to our food. So that was all about COVID-19.
Tuberculosis has plagued humanity for thousands of years. It was one of the most worldwide spread disease. The famous author Kafka and also the famous cowboy Arthur Morgan was also scammed from this disease. This disease, also such as Black Death, is also worldwide and very dangerous. But the distribution of this disease depends geographically. In some places where there is overcrowding, poor conditions, and bad healthcare conditions, cause to many people to suffer from this disease. As you can see from this picture, this Indian guy is caused by this disease because of the geographically location of that person affects their life.
And so guys, our presentation has come to an end and the time has finally come to conclude the presentation.
Here are the sources that we used during our investigation, such as CDC, WHO, NIH, and etc. Also, you can get all confirmation from this site about the information that we got.
Thanks for your attention. Represented by Canan Ismailov, Rauf Hacıyev, and me, Ahmed Al-Fantini.